Hi everyone, this is Viviane Marisha from Detangling Brazil, and the reason I'm doing this quick video is that because every single day I say I'm going to record something to talk to you about a few things that's happening in Brazil. But we come back from work, there's dinner to do, to organize a few things. Now it's almost 10 p.m. I had to do some shopping and then come home and cook dinner. And now look at that. This is not the best scenario that I would like to meet you, but that's the way that is to be, because I was just recording a video in Portuguese explaining that we want to be well and well dressed with the hair, everything in style. But if I wait for that, we will not be talking here. So thank you for being here, and please accept my apologies for my absence. The last time I think I booked a couple of day offs, but I lost my voice and a lot of things happen. I live in a small flat and my daughter is here. The husband has not arrived. And as you know, in the moment of a creation, we want some peace and quiet, because if you know someone is observing us, we don't feel free enough to do whatever I have to do. So I will try once in a while to talk to you, even with this, and just like out of my mind, okay, let me talk about this, because the idea will be to sit down and make like a plan of what I'm going to talk, but doesn't life sometimes does not help happen the way that we want. So one of the reasons that I want to do this video is that for some comments that I heard about the travel, the time that Tucker Carlson was in Brazil last week. If I'm mistaken, just last week. I don't know if he's still there, but he went to talk to the president and see what's going on, president views and etc. Of course, most of you know that Brazil now is part of one of the most important players in the economic ways, when you talk about food, about our commodities, our economy. So there's a lot going on over there that brings Brazil to a very special place. Paulo Guedes is our economic minister. And of course, I have to apologize for my lack of English. And when I will talk to you, probably I will always, 90%, I will forget the words, so I'll try to find ways to explain to you what I'm trying to do. And he's saying that the market now, the economy now, is looking for partners in a very different way that the word used to do before. And one of them is like friend. So economic wise speaking, he says you have to be friendly, like where you have to be in a zone that you're always in peace, you make peace with everyone, you're not in war, there's nothing to disrupt. If you need to sell, to deliver, to do logistics, to go to send your commodities, number one. And he said something else which I will not remember, but anyway, Brazil now is one of the places, one of the biggest player in economy today. A number of investments, people from abroad are coming to invest in Brazil. You know all of this, but the reason I'm trying to do this video, can you hear my daughter is laughing at the back? So the reason I want to do this video quickly one is to talk about, as I was saying in the beginning, in the interview of Tucker Carlson, he was surprised to hear that back in 2018, around the 6th of September or so, when Bolsonaro was campaigning to be a president, on one of his trips, I don't know if you remember or not, he was stabbed. He almost died. And there's a few things that bothers me and bothers most of Brazilians in regards to what happened. So, what was the outcome of this trying to assassinate, trying to kill the president? For me, there's a lot of things that are still unclear. I'm still waiting for answers, as the president himself, Bolsonaro itself, is waiting. His supporters and average Brazilians. One of them. So yes. So how did it happen? There's this guy. Adelio Bispo. Curiosity. He was from a party. He was part of a party who was from left wing, so of course opponent to Bolsonaro. So he claims that independently, nobody told him to do so, but he had this mission to destroy Bolsonaro. So he started following Bolsonaro around Brazil, waiting for this opportunity to stab him and to kill him. And one of the things that amazes people is that a curiosity is like, on the day of the stabbing, it happened in a city, Minas Gerais, Juíz de Fora. And on the very same day and time ish, in Brasilia, the capital, in the House of Commons and the deputies' chambers, somebody registered with his name, Adelio Silva, registered his presence over there. So what's the reason for that? So in case he was not caught, as he was, because the crowd that was over there saw him doing it, so they took him and hold him until authorities came. So the idea, okay, you know what, if you manage to run away, you have an alibi. So here it will be registered that you were here visiting someone, which we humble people, common people, we don't know. And I don't know if the president has this information, or because there's a lot of information that he has and he doesn't have. Because after 4 years, so it was around the 6th of September, as I told you, almost 4 years ago, I just think, where on the earth that someone tried to stab a candidate, and after 4 years, no one knows everything. So not much information has been released. So another curiosity about this is number one, he was like a laborer, worked in construction, something like that. So we're very humble, with not a lot of money, etc. So, but the funny thing that he had money to travel around. So whenever Bolsonaro was, he was in the city as well, waiting for the opportunity. There's also some opportunities that Bolsonaro family, his children, his sons, used to play shooting in schools and areas that are allowed to do shooting. And he even, Adelio Silva, the guy who stabbed Bolsonaro, was there too. So there's registration of this guy going to this place here. So he was following the family, following Bolsonaro, waiting for the right time to act. So yes, so a person that was not working, a person that, if so, whatever the money that he was making was not even enough to help himself or to pay for hotels, because if he was traveling, had to stay somewhere. Also, he had like around three mobiles, which is very, very rare. Who in Brazil, if you're not working, if you don't have any money, any income, how can you have 2 or 3 mobiles? And he had also on a laptop, which things that are kind of difficult to afford if you don't have a job. But for me, the main concern thing is that after the stabbing, when he was jailed for statements and etc., to start the process of investigation, So after that, around three very, very expensive lawyers landed in Juíz de Fora, the city that he was caught in order because when he tried to kill the president, the then candidate Bolsonaro. And there were questions. So why are you here? Who is paying you? And some of them claim, claim that they were just that for pro bono, for charity, just for the lights, for being on the news and becoming famous and gather in order to do this work together, more work. As I doubt that. So it's very interesting that, after this stabbing, very, very expensive lawyers on private jets landed there and present themselves as the lawyers of Adelio Silva. The other thing that happened by then, so after some time after the investigation, they declared him, so he was sent to a kind of medical assessment in order to see if he had any mental issues and etc. And they declared him not able to respond for his actions because he had some mental issues, which was very convenient for a bunch of people. So until today, as I said, what amazes me is the fact that almost 4 years, no one knows for sure who is behind him, because for himself, as I told you, traveling wherever the president was, paying for hotels, paying for his food and things, he didn't have money for that. So a person that is not working cannot afford such things, and mainly the police, because there's some like high court, how can I explain that? Some high court decisions that did not allow the federal police or whoever is trying to investigate, to do the investigation, to access his mobiles and the mobiles from the lawyers. So they were kind of trapped in a way that they wanted to investigate more and no one was allowing that. So it's curious. So again, I ask you the same question that I asked in the beginning. Where on the earth someone that tried to kill the president or someone that was running for president is still today, we don't know who is behind this guy, who was supporting this guy, who gave this idea of doing such things, who was the person that back in Brasilia registered as if he were in the house on the chambers of deputies in Brasilia. So there are a lot of questions. If you look at President Kennedy or John Lennon, who was killed, and other assassinations that the world knows. So these people were caught. These people, some of them are still in jail. And in Brazil, the person that tried to kill the then candidate that had a lot of potential to win, which he won indeed, we don't have these answers. If the world doesn't need this answer, we Brazilians and the president need to know who is behind Adelio Bispo, the guy who tried to kill the president. We need these answers. It's not in a decent country this person will be actually. The other thing. So last week I heard that Adelio Bispo he may be freed because they're going to assess him again and they're going to check if he's able or not to stay in society, if he's not going to do something else, because as I said to you, so they kind of declared, so assessed him, so he has some mental health, so he's let's say jailed in a hospital for mental issue people. So it's not an average hospital. It has some from the prison system. So they're going to assess him again. So last week I didn't see the outcome of it, but last week they're saying that they're going to assess him again and to say to check if he can or not, if he will be able or not to live in society, and he's going to do the same. So the person who tried to kill the president is about to be freed because he was said he cannot answer by his acts. So he did what he did. He may not pay for it. And we want this question. So if you didn't know, here is the update for you. So yes, we don't have this answer. And the person, he was declared mentally ill, not able to respond for this, and he may be about to be freed. So do you think, so give me your opinion over there right now, do you think that in your country, if someone tried to stab the president, try to kill the president, will this person be free by now after 4 years, or will this this incident or this trying to kill someone, in the case president, will this person will be free, or this investigation will have no answer at all? Give me that answer. Once more, apologies for my absence. As I said to you, I do try to do videos, but every single day something happens. So let's see if I can just sit now, just out of my mind. As I said, there's a long time I want to talk to you, but every single day I think I have to do this video, I have to talk about this, and I have to talk about that. But there's always something on the way and I can't do it. So thank you for watching. If you feel that a friend of yours want to hear this, send and share. And yes, we have YouTube, Detangling Brazil, and also on Instagram, Detangling Brazil. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and have a great evening wherever you are, or enjoy you and your family. Bye-bye.